Hi everyone, welcome back to Desert Isle Forge. My name is Tim and this is forging lesson number 2. In this lesson we're going to cover the second most basic forging technique, which is upsetting. Upsetting is the opposite of drawing, which we covered in the previous episode, in a way that we decrease the length of the material and increase the circumference of the material. Let me demonstrate it. There are many uses for this technique, but we're going to cover one that gives us the most practice, and that is forging a flare. To demonstrate this, I'm going to use a 5/8 square, a 1-inch square, and a 1-inch round stock, also a 2-pound hammer. There are two ways to complete this task. One is using a hammer, the other one is using the material itself, the weight of the material, and the anvil. I'm going to show you the hammer method first. You're going to heat our material to forging temperature and pass the edge of the anvil, and then we're going to strike it from the end, like so. Constantly turning the material to keep the taper, keep the flare centered. The best way to heat this material is with the torch, the acetylene or propane torch, because you want to have a short heat. You want to have the heat as short as your flare is going to be, otherwise your material is going to bend and you're going to have a lot of trouble controlling it. This method is more tedious and slow than the drawing down, because it needs a lot of shaping and controlling. So after reheat, we just continue pounding from the end, and as you see now the flare started to shape, and we increase the circumference while reducing the total length. Now we come up and shape it to the square we require, and go back and continue. So we just keep continuing forging the flare until we get the desired size. You can see how much we increase the circumference compared to the 5/8, and then we come here to the curve part of the anvil, to the horn, and start to shape our nice flare. I'm using the shape of the horn to create that nice curvature. And one more heat. So to finish off our flare, I'm gonna shape it up at the horn of the anvil using my hammer, rotating around and shaping it to the curvature of the horn. Nice and even with light hammer strike. I also like to take up the edges. That creates a nice style. This is absolutely optional. You don't have to do this. This is just what I like to do. And it gives a nice little finish to it. Also, when you do the edges, you want to rotate around, hit every edge with the hammer, because as I mentioned before, the anvil and the hammer have different impacts. So if you want everything look uniform, you gotta go around. So here's our little flare. You can see how much we increase the circumference compared to the 5/8 that we have originally, almost doubled. Here's the same method using on a 1-inch round bar. You just hit it starting on the edge and slightly pulling the hammer towards yourself, which aids the flaring, and then go in the middle and just push it in. Again, the short heat helps us to have only form the material where the heat is, instead of bending the whole bar. If you have a normal forge, you don't have a torch to heat it, and your heat is longer, you can control the heat by dipping it in water and controlling it from either end. If your flare, the end of the flare is big enough, but you need to have it more deep, then you have to cool that down and transfer the heat where you need it. And just continuing working on it until you get the desired size. As I said, this is a slower more tedious work than the drawing. Drawing is fast. You can do it in 1 heat or 2 heats. This will take several heats to complete a nice flare. So as you reach your desired flare, you can wrap it up by bringing it over on the horn and taking the edges off. That will give a little nice detail to it instead of just a sharp edge. And you rotate around and around. And there's a nice little flare on the 1-inch ram bar. This can be used as a leg of a furniture or an end of a picket. You can put a little forge bowl on it and have a nice feature. So the other method is when we use the weight of the material to do the flaring and only use the hammer to shape it up. So we just lift the piece up and smack it down. And we can do it a little bit on an angle. That way the flare will be forming easier. And this works well with heavy, large sections. It doesn't work well with small, lighter stuff because it doesn't have enough weight on it. There are special anvils that have like blocks on their sides for this technique. You don't have to lift your piece that high. If you have a longer piece that you want to flare at the end, you can put your anvil on the floor, and that way you don't have to lift like 4 feet in the air. This is a fairly pleasant exercise, and you have nice flaring. I'm going to shape it up on the horn of the anvil. So we're going to shape up our flare. I'm using a 3-pound hammer for this one. This is much heavier than the other one. I'm just going to do the same as with the smaller one. Exactly same method. Take off the edge a little bit. On this one I'm not going to take off the edge that way. I'm going to just square it up. And also touch it up a little bit like that. And this is a different type of flare. This concludes today's lesson. I hope you learned something new and got inspired. Don't forget to send me your progress pictures so I can showcase them in an upcoming playlist. If you'd like to support my channel, please subscribe, like, share, and comment below. If you'd like to see my work, please visit my website www.desertoutforge.com. Thanks for watching and see you next time.